going on? PlayStation Ray Gutierrez here, and I am joined by Jason DeLong, my good friend from our E3 live stream show. How's it been, man?
Been really good, really good. Good to see you.
Talk about the stuff that you're showing today. I saw snow, and I saw some epicness. Explain that to me.
In going to Frostbite 2, as we did for Need for Speed, we were able to really create more content than we've ever done before. We created over 300 kilometers of track in-game. That's more than 3 times you've seen in any Need for Speed before. So the fact that we can start in San Francisco and then race through the highways and the rolling hills into Yosemite Park, into the deserts of Nevada, into the rolling kind of forests and lush forests of Colorado, into the Rocky Mountains and Independence Pass that you see here.
Keep going.
You know, I could. We really want to sell this idea, this epic journey across the country, and it was really important to us.
All right, let's rewind a little bit. You said cross country, like. Talk about that technically. Did you guys just like hack and troll Google Maps, or did you guys actually like sit in a wagon and just take photos across the country?
It was a bit of both, really. I mean, what we wanted to do was to, have the most iconic and interesting drive across the country. We couldn't, unfortunately, if we had maybe a few more years, we could have created the entire United States, but we had to be fairly specific.
Quite the sandbox game.
Yeah, exactly. What we wanted to do. So, but we did do the drives. We went to every major city and got, obviously great photo references.
At 120 miles per hour, I'm sure.
HD cameras on dashboards, zipping across the country. So at Black Box, we've always done the narrative-based Need for Speed. So we did, Most Wanted, Underground. Those were story-based games.
Right, which I loved.
Yeah, but we haven't been able to have the technology to really tell the story in the way that we wanted to. So in the past, we had to, put the controller down, watch a movie about characters talking to the camera as if you're the resident. Whereas now, going to Frostbite 2, we can have amazing-looking characters, great performances, unbelievable environments, gorgeous visual effects, all that wrapped up into one, and really create this kind of Hollywood experience that we wanted to do.
So Need for Speed The Run isn't like your conventional race for first. You're actually trying to progress. So talk about some of the progression.
Yeah, I mean, the idea in this race across America is that there's 200 racers that are battling to be there, and as a result, Jack has to pass a certain number of racers at each stage in order to still be in the hunt, if you will. Not about traditional like lap or point-to-point races where it's just finish first every time. We've got our standard sprint mode, which is pass X number of racers. So you got to pass in our Desert Hills level, for example, you got to pass 10 guys.
So close, I had 9.
Try again. And then we also have other modes like where in the story Jack is set back or something, so he has to actually make up some time. So we have just traditional arcade-style checkpoint races through the flags, like that kind of thing. We also have cop pursuits because you're going to have the cops obviously not really being fans of this illicit race.
Right.
We got some battle modes where you're actually battling other racers just one-on-one, or more like the canyon battles that we saw in Need for Speed Carbon. We got survival levels like avoid an avalanche. So we got a wide variety of gameplay.
And I think my favorite part about these big action movies is always the music. And I think just playing and having the avalanche come towards me and having this very Brian Taylor-esque kind of soundtrack is pretty baller.
It's not just Brian Taylor-esque, it's actually Brian Taylor.
Yes!